25th of May. I'm on furlough. Meant to be finishing my apprenticeship as a joiner. In this extra time I have, I joined Tinder. Met a great girl last night called Mary. Swiped to the right and arranged to see her next Friday for a walk in around Strathclyde Park. Social distancing means Starbucks is closed for sitting.
"25th of May. The garden's coming along nicely. The potatoes are ready for eating. Anne says that our Mary is going out with some fellow she's met on the internet."
25th of June. I think I'm in love. I think I'm in love. I can't think of anything or anyone else.
25th of June. The garden's coming along nicely. The peas are ripe for picking. Anne says that our Mary's quite keen on this joiner that she met on Hinder or Rinder or something like that. This lad's coming for tea next month apparently, once these restrictions and social distancings have been lifted.
25th of July. Met Mary's parents. Her mum's really nice. Her dad's nice too, but he's obsessed with his garden. Asked me if I would build him a greenhouse. Mary was quiet tonight. Maybe because her parents were there.
25th of July. Garden's doing very nicely now. The beetroots need more manure. Met Mary's boyfriend the other night. Quiet lad. Gave him a job to do. He's meant to be a carpenter or a joiner, so I thought I'd test his skills.
25th of August. Finished building greenhouse, garden shed, fence and trellises for Mary's dad.
25th of August. Garden's looking great. Celery is the best yet. Joseph finished these jobs I gave him. Wondering now if he might be able to knock me together a nice orangery on the side of the house to keep up with the neighbours. Anne reckons that there's something very different about Mary just now. I've said she's probably just in love.
25th of September. Mary's getting a bit distant now. She's taken to wearing baggy jumpers and she eats some bizarre stuff. She made us sandwiches for our socially distant walk yesterday and they had Marmite and Nutella in them. She's putting on the beef a fair bit, I've got to say. Mind you, I think we all have during lockdown.
25th of September. The garden's still in good shape. Picked a few late raspberries for Anne to make some jam. Anne says that our Mary's piling on the weight. Well, I've told Anne that she's putting on a bit herself and she needs to start doing some gardening. All this social distancing and sitting about the house, it's not very good for you.
25th of October. Mary asked me, "Will you love me no matter what I tell you?" I'm a bit worried she's gone back on Tinder again. I said yes, so she told me nothing. Her old man's dropping heavy hints about an orangery. I really must find out what an orangery is anyway.
25th of October. The garden is full of autumn colours. Must pick the sprouts before the frost hits. Anne asked if I knew anything about Mary going to the hospital last week. I hope she's not got this virus that's doing the rounds.
25th of November. Mary told me she's pregnant.
Garden's doing fine. Oh, never mind the garden. Mary's pregnant. Can you believe it? That useless carpenter. All this social distancing. And he gets my daughter pregnant. So much for social distancing. And he still hasn't put up my orangery.
I told Mary it wasn't me. I mean, we've got as close as a walk round the park. So who's the dad? She said it was an angel. I said, tell that to your dad. What did I do? Everyone in the village is talking about it. I mean, what do I say? My boss is threatening to sack me. My parents want to throw me out. And on top of this, I've just got a letter from the government asking me to go back to the town where I was born for a census and a COVID test. We've fixed a date for the wedding. Mary's mother says if it's a girl, then her favourite names are Corona or Quarantina or Pandemica. And if it's a boy, we've to call him COVID, with a K. Mary says she's got her own ideas for a name.
26th of November. Spent the day in the garden.
23rd of December. Writing is bad. On the way to Bethlehem, where I was born, for this census. I do hope Nicola hasn't put Bethlehem in tier 4, or we will end up in some cattle shed.